Hey everybody, Andrew here and welcome back to my channel. I feel like I just saw you guys, and that's because I did just see you all. It has been a crazy week, but we did it. We finally have a new Miss USA. But before we meet her, I mean, you all probably already know who she is, but before we talk about her, we're gonna go over the 2021 pageant, or I'm gonna go over my reaction. So the 2021 Miss USA pageant is the first one under new management, new owner, Crystal Stewart, who was Miss USA 2008. This pageant has probably been my favorite edition in the last couple of years, simply because it really was nostalgic for me in a way. It felt like when I was watching the Miss USA pageant when I was a kid and why I fell in love with them in the first place. Obviously an updated version of those pageants, but nonetheless it had that spark and that charm. We went right into an amazing dance number. I feel like I haven't seen a dance number like this at a pageant ever, maybe? I was like, they've only been there for 2 weeks and they learned how to do that. Amazing. Those poor girls must have been practicing for a long time. So this year's hosts were Zuri Hall and Patrick Ta, and I'm not trying to throw a little shade, but it's nice that we had hosts that are familiar with this field and familiar with hosting something. Zuri is incredible. Zuri was the gift that I never knew I wanted. Amazing. Probably one of the best hosts that this pageant has seen in a long time. Not to discredit any of the other hosts, but Zuri was fun and she was quick, you know, especially during that group discussion and responses. You know, you can tell that she knows what she's doing and she's not just a host, but she's almost like a mentor and a mediator. We also had a musical guest, Ja Rule, which was a blast from the past, but so incredible, so great to relive those songs. So the first step in every beauty pageant after the intro is a huge cut. You know, we starting with 51 girls and we're cutting them down to our top 16. 15 of them were semi-finalists and one was the fan vote. I'm still not sure if they revealed who it was, but I don't think it matters. The top 16. This is always my favorite part because I have my list of every prediction video I did, every girl I talked about in any video to see how many I got. But the top 16 were North Dakota, Caitlin Bogle, Maryland, Layla Nasser, Utah, Jessie Kate Riley, Nebraska, Erica Etzel Miller, North Carolina, Madison Bryant, Illinois, Sydney Bennett, Louisiana, Tanya Crow, Mississippi, Bailey Anderson, Tennessee, Elizabeth Pistol, Kentucky, Elle Smith, Kansas, Gracie Hunt, Florida, Ashley Carino, Virginia, Christina Thompson, South Carolina, Marley Stokes, Texas, Victoria Hinojosa, and South Dakota, Carolyn Petty. So sorry if I mispronounced any of those names incorrectly. So those are our top 16. Some of the pleasant surprises to me were South Dakota and Mississippi. I didn't have them on either of my lists, and Louisiana as well. But then I noticed, where's Nevada? Where's Connecticut? Where's Georgia? Where's Pennsylvania? Where's Minnesota? A lot of my big favorites who I thought would go all the way to the end were left out of this top 16. But nonetheless, we had an amazing group. So something new this year was the top 16 competed in both swim and evening wear. First they did their swim and then they did their evening gowns. This isn't my personal favorite way of doing it. I do understand why. It's a chance for those semifinalists to shine in both sections of competition before question to show what they have. But I've always liked kind of getting a top 16, top 10, top 5 kind of thing, progressing as we go. So for swim, I noticed there was no cape, no sash, no sarong, nothing. It was just out in swimwear. And I kind of miss it. I kind of like the old classic, take your sarong off, walk, something for them to play with when they're on stage. But the swimsuits are really cool. I loved like the tie-dye print they were in, and they did great. And then we had evening gowns. Evening gown is always the best because lots of glitz, lots of glamour, lots of sparkle. My two favorite gowns were definitely Kentucky and Texas. Right up my alley, just a boatload of sequins and rhinestones and simple at the same time. So after those 2 rounds of competition, we learned who our top 8 were, and they actually changed out of their evening wear and into business cash interview attire, which I also wasn't a fan of. But anyways, the top 8, Florida, Ashley Carino; Maryland, Layla Nasser; Illinois, Sydney Bennett; South Carolina, Marley Stokes; Texas, Victoria Hinojosa. I'm sorry, Victoria. I think I'm butchering that. I apologize. Kentucky, Elle Smith; North Carolina, Madison Bryant; North Dakota, Caitlin Vogel. So the way they did the Q&A or the group discussion round for Miss, so they actually split them up into 2 groups of 4. So group 1 was Florida, Maryland, Illinois, and South Carolina. And they started off with some more kind of like fun questions, lighthearted stuff, I would say, and then they immediately went into the final question, them sitting there at the table. So the topics for discussion were the resolutions for the new year, and then they had some fun pop culture questions like Adele or Taylor Swift and like style icons. So the final question topics for this group were financial literacy, mental health, gender equity, and anxiety. I think out of this group, Marilyn nailed it for me. Every question she spoke beautifully. She related back to her Girl Scouts experience and that leadership opportunity that provided her, and I think she did amazing. Group 2, we had Texas, Kentucky, South Carolina, and North Dakota. Their kind of discussion, group discussion topics were their core values, some fashion trends, whether they wanted to stay or go. And their final question topics were racial equality, environmentalism, how Miss USA has evolved throughout the years, and political advice to our current political leaders. So we got some tough ones in this group. Kentucky and North Dakota killed it. Kentucky is a reporter, as somebody who has a reporting experience under my belt. Not experience, reporting degree under my belt. You have to be quick. And she just came up with a thought and spoke beautifully. And I thought North Dakota's answer was very heartfelt and very, very powerful too. Then we did the final looks again. They were accompanied by Ja Rule. And then Asia Branch took her final walk as Miss USA 2020. Asia had a definitely very interesting year. I mean, she started kind of in the mess of quarantine, and then through her reign, things got progressively better. So she started getting to do some normal activities and duties as Miss USA. I loved Asia. I think she's so beautiful, and I'm very excited to see what she does next. So now it was time for the crowning. Now they had all 8 girls on stage, so I was like, are they gonna do a 7th runner-up? They didn't. They kind of did it like Miss World style, where they announced the runners-up and then, you know, the winners standing there with the other 4 girls. I don't like that. I kind of love that build-up where it's like, all right, all of them are standing there and dwindling down one by one until we're at the top 2, and they're just, it's gonna be one of them. But anyways, I digress from that. So the 3rd runner-up was Illinois, Sydney Bennett, who also finished 3rd runner-up at Miss Teen USA 2018. 2nd runner-up was Florida, Ashley Carino. The 1st runner-up was North Dakota, Caitlin Vogel. This kind of hits a soft spot for me, just because this is now twice she's been 1st runner-up. She was 1st runner-up at Miss Teen USA 2019, and now 1st runner-up here at Miss USA 2021. And then finally, the moment we've been waiting for, Miss USA 2021 is Kentucky, Elle Smith, and I think it is so well deserved. She was up there, up at my top for the entire time, pretty much since she was announced as one of the contestants. She is so beautiful, she's so smart and such a great speaker. She's gonna do incredible at Miss Universe. I feel really, really good about it. And she's actually like leaving, I think, today for Miss Universe, today or tomorrow, because Miss Universe is very, very, very close. And it's a quick turnaround for her, so hopefully it works in her favor that she's still kind of in pageant mode and just gonna go from one competition to the next. So I'm very excited to see how she does in Miss Universe and then what she does along her year and whichever title she ends up staying in. But big, big, big congratulations to the new Miss USA, Elle Smith. That's such a name of a star too, like Elle Smith. I can see her name in lights. I'm very excited for her, and thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. Remember to hit subscribe. We'll be putting out some new Miss Universe content coming very, very soon, I promise. And if you want some additional content, be sure to follow me on my new Instagram page, which is Mr. Congeniality Pageants, or Mr_Congeniality_Pageants. You can find some more cool hot pics and other fun things there. So definitely go check that out. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye!